Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another neki broadcast. I'm extremely excited to bring you in a long time a ladder game. So we are playing 1v1 on a Swamp of Dread, apparently, versus Halder. Now, some of you who are watching my channel, I believe, remember I actually played on this map before, and it so happened that I was in the same position, blue player, and he was red player, and he, if my memory serves me right, he was actually playing Drake. So now I might be Loyalist, because last time I was also Loyalist. So previous matchup was, again, Drake halder versus neki Loyalist. This matchup is halder and neki. I could either be elf or Loyalist. Now, for the sake of diversity, I would rather be elf, right? I don't want to play Loyalist again on this map. I want to also offer you, ladies and gentlemen, diversity as well. But if I were to be Loyalist and if halder were to be Drake, I wouldn't mind at all, simply because it would be an absolutely fantastic rematch, and halder would be, he would have the chance of getting payback. Anyway, this is being played, at the time I'm playing this, I'm still in the middle of scenario 5 on World Conquest. If you haven't seen the World Conquest series, do go back to episode 49. A lot of work and time went into it, and video merging, because I was just interrupted, and the maps are so complex that they do take several sessions. So I had to basically drag the play over several days or several sessions, depending on how much time I had. So it was quite a commitment, and I will upload this no matter what. I will upload it right after my World Conquest series, simply because I do want to finish it. So just a heads up, you could go to episode 49. Some of the games, especially the ones in the middle, are absolutely fantastic. Several times I thought something was going to happen and something completely different was going to happen. So, for example, I was planning to camp, but then at a moment's notice, the game kind of spiraled out of control based on the decisions and on the random number generator. But anyway, enough about World Conquest. Let's see what we are here, and am I going to be Loyalist or Loyalist again? Okay, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blimey, that's so good. Okay. As you can see, he is aware about World Conquest. So I will keep my promise. Anyway, let us see here. So 8, intelligent, quick. That is an absolutely useless set of traits, but it would have to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could try with a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, never mind. I could try with a quick fencer on this side so that I don't abuse calves, and the random number generator has smiled down upon me, and I did get a quick fencer. The reason why I don't want to abuse calves is if he is orc and he is recruiting lots of archers, calves would be a bit useless. It would be much better to have just a strong core army of spearmen. My impression of bowmen has changed. Meanwhile, so I guess I'm going to mix some bowmen there as well, simply because having a red mage enables me to fight during night if I absolutely have to, and having some archers there to be able to deal some damage without getting any retaliation back could be quite useful. So I'm keen on recruiting a mix of spearmen and archers, or at least this is how I feel this game. I don't feel calves. Plus, this doesn't look like a cav map. There's terrain simply everywhere, and there are these choke points with terrain. So yeah, I mean, a cav movement can be limited by I don't know, an elvish fighter just parking in this forest. Anyway, let's just go forward with the spearman. Intelligent, quick, that is absolutely a ridiculous set of traits, but at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least he can reach this village. However, I would rather have a fish on this village. The reason why I'm not going to recruit a fish is because I don't like my traits on my spearmen. I'm going to keep recruiting spearmen. Strong, quick, that is actually fantastic because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he could reach here. However, I would need a resilient spearman, otherwise I can't really defend. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could try with another fencer, but let me tell you about it. If I go with 2 fencers, right, so it would be absolutely fantastic for attack. I could split them, one on one side, the other on the other side. Fences basically force, via their skirmish ability, force the enemy to be extremely cautious, right? They change the rules of the game. So fences, I believe they are extraordinary units, and they are so versatile, can be used in both defense and offense successfully. So I would be putting a lot of pressure. However, recruiting a fencer here might just prove to be useless, simply because if he's not quick, he won't be able to grab this village. Yeah, I'm stuck with the fencer versus probably muskrats, knowing my luck and my quick spearmen. Therefore, I'm not. I mean, this one is also quick. So if you think about it, oh no, oh no, oh no. While I was talking here, time simply expired, and I didn't even get a village. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I'm used to walking corpse. I'm used to world conquest, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely terrible. Terrible. I mean, it's not something that I can't come back from, simply because I did recruit some units to grab some villages, right? So, yeah, it's it's definitely not the end of the world, but it's also not something that I am particularly proud of. Definitely, I should have recruited full units and grabbed a village with my leader. Now, this is all going to be incredibly difficult to manage. It's just not. It's not looking good. I would have to use the fencer here. Then the fencer would need to go here, and I'm just gonna let him know. I'm not gonna let him know now. I'm just gonna let him know later on that I missed one of my turns, because I'm used to world conquest and I'm used to absolutely having no limitation. So I'll take the challenge. I'll play with this, considering that I do have. Well, I assume Loyalist has a faction advantage no matter what, because Loyalist is simply the strongest faction in the game. But yeah, I'll take this. And I shall see here, at least I recruited 1, 2, 3, 4 units. At least I recruited something, which is fine. I'm not really sure here how I should split my units. Probably I should use this one for scouting, and I should put my leader back. And this one can't really do much. I mean, I'm not sure whether the intelligent, I mean, definitely the strong, quick one. I feel that here I'm fine. I do have the cavalryman. I can see what's coming. So I'm thinking the strong one should go here. And then this one should go here. And then the leader can go back. And I'm simply going to recruit one more spearman. Strong, resilient, perfect. This is exactly what we were looking for. And I think I might need to recruit a fish, simply because fishes are quite useful, trying to cut off the retreat on this side, or even put them here. So I would say a fish would be fine. Probably another spearman would be even better, but fish would have to do resilient fish as well, and quick. That's like the perfect trait combination. So I should be fine with these. And next turn, I will have, again, not enough gold to recruit the amount of spearmen that I need. So it will just... I am behind, and I will be playing catch up all game. So if he is orc or undead, I am in a world of hurt. I can tell you right now. Although if he's undead, having this extra gold might basically help me a bit, because I would have enough in the bank to invest in stronger and more expensive units, right? Like mages, for example. Heavy infantrymen, not a big fan, simply because they are so slow, and even archers can overwhelm them. So archers, undead archers, are quite cheap, and they can basically surround heavy infantrymen. And you would think that heavy infantrymen are actually resistant to pierce. However, it's insane how much damage they take versus pierce during night. I mean, even an elvish archer, right? A dexterous elvish archer deals 4/4 versus a heavy infantryman, which if the heavy infantryman has intelligent, quick traits, then he is going to... I'm guessing. Wait a minute. I'm going to pause for a second right there. He's saying low. This means that he is perhaps Drake, which will be absolutely fantastic if he is Drake. However, I feel that I'm a bit better equipped now. I mean, I would say I'm even better equipped now to deal with Drake, simply because if he does go mass Saurians, so the way to go versus Loyalist would be mass Saurians. And if he does go mass Saurians and does a massive attack during nighttime, during the first night, trying to take advantage of my lack of units, then I would have the... Oh, never mind, it's my turn. I would have the advantage of... Let me see here. Oh, that's why you are laughing. I mean, I kind of guessed that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I would say now that this is going to be incredibly interesting. I'm not sure if he went mass Saurians or not. I am going to assume that he... Okay, that's, I believe, quite enough there. How many Saurians did he go? 1, 2. Okay. He recruited 2 Saurians, which is not too bad for me. Might as well recruit another Cav if he does overdo Saurians. However, these skirmishers are quite good versus Saurians during daytime, of course. I'm not sure where the attack is coming from yet, so from this perspective, I would put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would put this one more or less in... I mean, there could be 2 Saurians here just waiting to pounce. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say 5 here, so that I could reinforce if need be. And I would say with the leader, I would be able to... Perhaps, again, I would need to do the same thing that I did last time, and if it works again, it means that this is how you play this matchup, right? So I would say I would balance out the number of spearmen on both sides and march forward across the map. So I do need to be careful, because there are 3 units here, 2 Saurians. Is there 1 more Saurian coming, or are there 2 Saurians coming here as well? He does not have the resources to sustain such an attack. He can't be overwhelming me on both flanks. He really can't. Considering that I do have kind of 4 units in this area, and I'm seeing 3 units here, I believe the safest way to play would be to simply recruit another spearman on this side. Again, spearman, resilient, strong, absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what we need. An 18 plus 12. We would have enough gold for a skirmisher and another spearman. Probably skirmisher on this side and spearman on the other. So that would be a strong army for a daytime attack. Of course, he will be switching to augurs and Saurian skirmishers, but it's nothing that we can't deal with, despite our minor setback. However, oh, look, as I'm saying this, there are the Saurians performing a rush. Now, this rush, I don't expect this rush to do too much, simply because I do have the red mage here. And if we look at this Saurian, his green skin is quite vulnerable to fire. So, green skin, quite vulnerable to fire, and this is going to do absolutely nothing. I can already tell you that. I'm going to recruit another spearman here and a fencer and move my leader towards this direction, and I should be absolutely fine. Considering that he has switched to Saurians, I might even consider recruiting one more cav. Although this quick fencer should be good enough. I don't need to have that much visibility. I kind of assume what he's playing. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Drake units, as we know, are a bit more expensive than Loyalist. Therefore, there should be no units on this side. Or virtually no units, right? Relatively no units based on what I'm seeing here. However, I need not be complacent, because if I am complacent and let's say I defend here and I'm jubilating right now because I'm playing something else except World Conquest, right? You can see that I'm very enthusiastic about this. So I'm very enthusiastic that I'm Loyalist versus Drake and that I have the upper hand in terms of faction, right? I'm jubilating because I do have a better leader and that I can defend for longer. However, if I let time pass and he develops a strong army, the more time goes on, his strong units, for example, this unit is 17 gold, he pays the same upkeep as my spearmen, so upkeep of 1. So the more the game advances, then he will have a better army paying the same upkeep as my weaker army. I mean, once you get these Saurians, like 3 Saurians with, 3 augurs with 3 Saurian skirmishers, right? They are all Saurians. It's their, let's say, sub-faction. So once you get 3 skirmishers with 3 augurs, that is a death blow. It's really difficult to defend against that. You kind of have to seize control of your villages and then fight back to regain control. So it's nothing to be joked around with. I do need some spears, because if I simply recruit, let's say, calves, and then I'm trying to counterattack against these Saurians, and then I reach, let's say, this line or triangle, depending how you want to describe it, this line of villages, and then suddenly he recruits a clasher, my calves will just be crying at the doors of my enemy's realm, right? They won't be able to go through. They won't be able to pass. They will simply cry and wonder how they are supposed to go via past those clashes. I'm not sure whether I'm still in this game or not, by the way. Better check my internet connection, which is absolutely fine, but that doesn't mean that my Wesnoth connection is still fine. Perfect, he is here, so excellent. Now let's see here, what can we do against these? Definitely attacking into these would be suicidal at best, so I'm just going to prevent them from accessing the forest to the best of my ability, and I will be defending this, of course. He cannot be reached with this augur. Now, in terms of scouting on this side, there is absolutely nothing. Absolutely incredible. What am I seeing here? Is this some kind of trap? I'm not sure I understand. If I push him 1 more unit forward, will I see like 2 Saurians here waiting for... Well, I'm not going to push him, obviously, 1 more unit forward. I don't want to discover, like, here there are 2 Saurians waiting to simply pounce on this poor fencer. I'm definitely not going to do that. However, considering that I have seen absolutely nothing, I will definitely go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3. Well, I believe this is enough. So I'll be going this way, and not really sure here how to best. Well, obviously putting more pressure with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that would work. This one would work as well, because I would only have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could kind of so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this can go absolutely. This is a really important placement of the Merman fighter, because he can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unhindered. He could get this village by himself. Also, he could get this village. He could cut off the retreat of these units. I'm not keen on pushing this one more unit forward and discovering that tons of Saurians waiting there. Now, in terms of my recruits, I would say one more spear should be in order. Let's see what kind of traits we get. Intelligent, quick, not the best. Actually, the worst that I could ever get. Now, in terms of fencers, strong, quick, perfect traits, even better than quick, resilient. Perfect traits, because I do need the strong trait against these Saurians. Remember, these Saurians are vulnerable to blade attacks. So once you add one more point here, it makes a huge difference when attacking these. Anyway, I will be pushing my mage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just so I can discourage, or maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even more aggressive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably here would be a bit better, because 1, 2, 3, 4. I could actually grab the village. So if they get anywhere near this village, I would absolutely destroy them. Now I could also push this one a bit. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for me to be all the way here. Here I can be attacked by 3 units. At least here I can only be attacked by 2 units. Actually, it's not even necessary. They can't really get the forest. So just simply being here, only being able to be attacked by 1 unit, it should be fine. And they will definitely not go for the spearmen, because however they go for the spearmen, this red mage would be able to absolutely demolish them. Now, in terms of the spearmen on this side, I could either keep him here or 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just put more pressure on this side. Why not? Put more pressure. Make him reveal his hand on the right-hand side. Scare him a bit. Try to balance his units on both sides. Because if he balances his units on both sides, and there are 2 fights going on at once, I win simply because my units are cheaper and I'm able to swarm him. If I let him take all his units towards one side, then he can obviously has more mobility. He can abuse terrain, as you can see, 60% absolutely everywhere with these Saurians. So, and plus Drakes fight much better in a big cohesive ball of units, right? So it is much better for him. I should be strategically trying to, again, split the fight into 2 smaller fights. This is how Loyalist works best versus Drake, at least. So I'm definitely making a statement here that I mean business. I am actually threatening 3 villages with this fencer, so he better defend. And I should definitely be seeing here some desperate skirmishes, or perhaps a leader coming this way. Okay, so far so good. I must say, ladies and gentlemen, once more, it's refreshing to cast something else except World Conquest. And this is, I believe, World Conquest is really complex, but it's also spread out over large quantities of units and really massive fights in terms of volume. So sometimes it can be really challenging to try to micromanage every single component of that fight. Here, it is a bit more volatile in the sense that if a certain tactical skirmish goes out of hand, then you might, that particular effect might snowball and you might end up losing more and more, and then you might find yourself in a difficult situation. Obviously, there are ways to counterbalance that with taking more risks, calculated risks, attacking somewhere else, getting your kills and resources from other skirmishes. But it's obviously every single move here is just so much more important, simply because the numbers of the units are quite low compared to World Conquest. So really happy to come back to ladder. Also, and I can't stress this enough, in World Conquest is all about understand. I mean, of course, there is some certain overarching strategy, right, that you need to build and follow, but also World Conquest is about understanding the AI, really getting where he is lacking and abusing those, let's say, glitches in the way it plays. Whereas here we are playing versus a human, we are playing versus a very good player, halder. So there is no way that I'm going to say I'm going to put my leader forward, simply because this Saurian Augur will attack it, and the leader is going to return a lot of damage. That would never happen, right? Because it's not a silly AI, it's a human playing. So from this perspective, there are pros and cons to playing each mode, but I believe this one to be a bit more dynamic. Obviously, there's just everything is just so important, every single move, and also fewer units to follow. It's easier for a human player to focus on. And I don't understand that. I personally don't understand that. And as I'm saying, I don't understand that he is hitting me twice. So now I finally understand it, because he is far enough so that I can't really reach him with my spearmen. So I can't really zone of control him with this spearman and the other spearman who is coming. However, I could try to zone of control using the fencer on the 70%, which would make him much more, which would increase his survivability considerably, right? So I could obviously do that. And I could still hit with the spearman and bring this spearman forward. For example, spearman here, the other spearman here, and 70% here. But I don't know what's coming towards me, right? Also, if he's not going to grab this village, I'm definitely grabbing this village with a merman fighter. It's a resilient merman fighter, and it's resilient to cold as well. So even if, I mean, actually cold is the only type of attack the merman fighter is resilient to. So if there are Saurians here, I'm not going to fear. I mean, of course, Saurians are always something to be fearful about, but I'm not going to fear them that much. Now, considering I saw two Saurians here, probably they are over here, plus another Saurian being recruited, and they are just waiting to hit my merman fighter from 3, perhaps 4 sides. So yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that. Probably not the best idea to simply grab this village and fight during first watch. Definitely not the best idea. But if I could simply be aggressive on this side and then be aggressive on the right hand side as well, then again, I'm not sure if I were to listen to my gut feeling, right, I would just get this village with a 39 hit point merman fighter. I will basically tank all these 3 or 4 attacks. I'm not sure how many there will be, and I'll push forward with these units, trying to threaten him also on this flank. So, and it will be an attack at night. This is what my gut feeling is telling me, especially since it does have 2 Drake fighters here. I mean, it is, let me see, how much damage would I deal? 7-3, 6-3. Not really sure, ladies and gentlemen. I really want to do this, but okay, it's a clasher. So already I'm not seeing those. Let me see here. Okay, I'm seeing a skirmisher, and I'm seeing a fire drake, which deals like a ton of damage. So I'm not seeing the augurs that I was scared of. So from this perspective, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I would say this one could even go all the way here. Okay, let's see how much damage I deal. Again, I should be dealing more damage than him. Okay, 10, 3, 4. I'm not going to risk it. I'm simply going to go on this 70%. And now I'm going to move forward with this spearman. So now this Drake fighter is zone of controlled, I guess. ZOC, I guess. There is the... Okay, he can only hit me from 3 sides, so that's a plus. I was expecting 4 sides on this particular flank. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Chaotic Loyalist at its best. I have here a Drake fighter hostage, and I do have a villaged merman fighter on 70%. However, he is about to withstand 5 times 5, 6 times 3, and whatever other heathen attacks will come his way. Now, I do intend to push these units forward. I'm not even going to defend that village. Simply going to push these units forward. Perhaps not that. Could go on 60 though. I mean, there's no reason to go full. I could. I really could. So, for example, I could go like this. Yeah. And these should be enough units to make him think twice before attacking me. And I could also put this cavalryman. He's intelligent quick. Yeah, he is intelligent quick. However, sure whether I should have put this resilient strong one on the mushroom. Too late now, for obvious reasons. Now this particular skirmisher can go on 60% here, and he can do a lot of damage. He is strong resilient, mind you. So probably not the best idea to push the cavalryman so far forward. Probably it would have been better to hide him a bit. Okay, I panicked a bit there and I recruited yet another cavalryman, and I'm not sure what will come out of this. So at least now he only has 1 slot, which is this one strong slot. So if he does use that one with his skirmisher, then he won't have another slot for the augur to attack my cav. So this is really important here. I need to dodge a lot. I dodged only 2. I'm not that happy, to be honest. I should have dodged 3. It's already looking very grim. It's already looking very grim. Perfect. 16. I need to dodge 1 magic attack. 1 magic attack needs to be dodged. Otherwise, I'm in a world of hurt. He can still, now I realize he can still use his Drake fighter here to attack me. So, he actually has 4 slots here. Okay, he's going for it. He's going for it. He only hit once, but he can still hit 1 more time with this Drake fighter on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could get that village. I could get the village with the strong resilient spearman, and he does not have that many units around him, that many magic attack dealers. So it would be strong quick. I like the fact that the cav is strong. It's good versus these saurians. Again, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 saurians plus a Drake fighter. A cav is not that bad of a recruit. What is he doing here? He's blocking access to the village. Fair enough, I guess. And now what I should be doing, I think, is that I should be retreating with this merman fighter. I did enough, I believe. If a fight breaks out here, I've already lured most of his units on the right flank. So I believe with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, I am well equipped to deal with these 3 measly units, right? So he only has 1 slot on my cav. He would have to go for the spearman. There is no other way. Spearman has obviously 60% versus everybody except this augur. He could go with the augur on the forest, and he could go with the skirmisher on 60%. So yeah, that could work for him. But if he does make that move, then I will be able to go around and basically zone of control the augur, which, look at his hit points, 23. That is basically nothing. He needs his friends, and as you can see, me being cheeky on this side did pay off, and now I believe that I could be even cheekier, and I could simply go and attack 6363. Though not that keen, to be honest. I would rather simply move forward like a village grabbing zombie. That would be a much better strategy, I feel. Remains to be seen, though. I could... this one is resilient strong. Okay, I'm just going to move forward like a village grabbing zombie, as I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So absolutely is going to hurt no matter what happens there. This one can even go close to the mushroom, I feel. Not a problem. This one can... I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this one can even stay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's quick. Never mind that. 9, probably 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can do a lot of things, including going around and hitting there. So just going to do that. And this one can simply lure some of these attacks from 50%. He's definitely not going to be able to handle all this pressure. And I'm not sure now whether I should reinforce with the cav on the right hand side or simply put more pressure. Considering that there are 2 skirmishers here, I feel that having 1 more blade would basically render his defense on this side useless. So this is only 50%. As soon as day comes, he will be in a world of hurt. So from this perspective, I'm keen on putting pressure with the cavalryman on this side. I'm not really sure. Remains to be seen what I decide to do here. I might decide to simply get the experience with the spearman. It's a strong, resilient spearman, so why not? I hit first. Perfect. I could even basically just go for it. Okay, going for it. It's a bit risky, though. But I could, for example, try to... 5, 3, 6, 4... I could try to go for this skirmisher. I mean, it could work. Obviously, it would involve me sacrificing the fencer, which is it's not something I'm keen on doing simply because the Saurian augur could level up. I need to have a cohesive strategy. I can't just simply 4-3. That could work. I mean, I could also do this 3-4. It's just too little damage. I could also retreat on this side, considering that I got a kill and it's a fighter, right? I could also simply retreat to this area with a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, he wouldn't be able to reach me. So I could also simply retreat, right, in this manner. And then I would say, okay, if you want to fight here, sure, have the fight, but make sure that you make peace with your gods because you're not coming back home. So from this perspective, I would say, because I'm retreating here, right, and because I want to basically say, come here. Okay, he could zone of control this spearman if he wanted to. Because I am planning to cover the retreat of these units, I think it would be better to simply this would be too far anyway. It would simply be better to put a cavalryman here to try to discourage some of these skirmishers from try to make him think twice. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 units versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. two of which are healthy, right? This looks a bit scarier. And now if you can see, I have perfect distribution of units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I would need, considering that this spearman is hurt, I would need one more spearman on this flank, especially since I saw the clasher. So I'm not sure if he would try to zone of control me on this side. Even if he zone of controls me, I believe that I would be able to trade quite effectively. So with this being said, one more spearman on this side, and that should be it. Again, I could take spearmen also on this side if I wanted to. I'm just... I think he will assume that on this side I already have reinforcements coming. So he will not attack this, especially since he's seeing the cav. I would expect him to try to zone of control me on this side, perhaps. Perhaps go back and try to defend. I mean, he could zone of control me pretty well with this Drake fighter here. However, this Drake fighter will absolutely die if he does that. Again, I could choose to fight all the way here and basically kill a unit similarly to how I killed his Drake fighter on this side, right? Remember, Drake units are quite expensive, and no matter what dirty skirmish he gets into here, I will most likely, I'm not saying all the time, but most likely I will come out on top, simply because my units are more cost efficient than his. And I have, look, if you see here, 45 hit points, that's quite a lot. But look at my resilience strong. It's 42, yes, it's less than his Drake. However, I am dealing 8-3, he's dealing 8-3. However, he has minus 10 resistance to pierce. I have 0 resistance to blade, and he has 30% defense. I have 40% defense. So, and also his unit costs 17 gold. My unit cost 14 gold. So he paid much more than I did for his unit. Anyway, so that's what I'm saying. Quite efficient if I am going to exchange blows. However, me placing the cavalryman like this, it's a bit awkward, simply because, again, he can just block me with one unit. Remember, this is deep water, and horses, they don't swim. I'm not sure. Do horses swim in real life? I guess if they, I guess they can swim for a short while, but letting them swim in deep water, that's just what to do. Not really sure. Something to Google if horses do swim or not. I'm pretty sure bears swim. I am pretty sure elephants swim. Not really sure about horses. Okay, so he did not go there simply because I would have had 1, 2, 3 units to attack his Drake fighter. However, if he took a bit of a stand in terms of putting the skirmisher here and putting this auger here, then I feel that I would have been in a bit more trouble than I currently am. Okay, here it's going to be tricky simply because I kind of need to retreat all my units and heal them. So if I'm going to play Dauntless style, very mathematical, and taking, just optimizing the risk, not even the Nash optimum of the risks, the mathematical optimum of the risk, I would simply retreat now. I would heal all my units, and I would wait for the next day cycle, where I would be at an advantage simply because he did lose 1 unit. He did lose 17 gold. Plus, having this fencer with 8 hit points running around the battlefield is simply bad practice. It's basically imploring the random number generator to eat him alive. So yeah, it's common sense that you do want to heal your units. However, he's much more efficient at healing than I am. So this is something to have in mind, simply because he does have these augers. They are like walking fountains, and I mean, obviously they don't cure 8 hit points. They only cure 4. Another problem with the strategy that I've just talked about, if I do go back and do heal, I basically give him more time to fine-tune his army. Remember, he had quite a lot of Drake fighters. Now he's transitioning into clashes. So, okay, as I'm speaking now, my turn has just come. I believe his leader was here, so there's no way the leader is in range of this particular village. So from this perspective, I'm just going to park my resilient, strong fighter here. Not even going to look. And let me see, 1, 2, no, it's not going to work, is it? Perhaps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, that would definitely work. Okay, so yet another clasher. So considering this clasher, I'm just going to put my fencer here. And I don't want this clasher to reach me. So from this perspective, I will put my intelligent, quick spearman here. You might say, oh, that's a bad placement. It may very well be. It may very well be. However, this ensures the fact that I will not be hit by too many clashes. I might be hit by the skirmisher, right? Actually, I'm thinking 50%, just get hit by 2 clashes, not a problem, because 1 clasher would have to go on 30%, right? So he will be fighting clashes versus spearmen. The spearman would be on 50%, and he would have 4 slots there, right? So he would be able to kill the clasher, but I'm not really sure that's what he wants. I could also try to just to make sure that I fully maximize the chances of these units surviving. Again, I'm making here a wall. If he does want to fight into it, be my guest. I have spears versus drakes during the day, so that should not end pretty for him. Now, this being said, I am keen on supplementing my, again, because I'm going versus these augurs, I'm more keen on having spearmen rather than anything else. I mean, archers are absolutely fantastic, but I would start recruiting archers. Not now, simply because now I'm not going to attack. I'm not going to achieve more than I already have here. It's just, it's not going to happen. I'm playing versus a strong player. It's not going to happen. Also here, I'm on the run, so I'm not going to fool anybody. He knows I'm not coming back there to, let me see, I think this one will have enough to go back. Yeah, that should be fine. He knows I'm not going to press the issue on that side. So he knows that if he does move all his units on this side, I will simply go back. And this is exactly what I do intend to do. I've had this village for a while. I will have this village for a while. This would enable me to basically gain higher numbers of soldiers and be able to make a coordinated attack next turn. I mean, when I say next turn, I mean next day cycle. And yeah, hopefully with that attack, win the game. Okay, so as you can see, he's preparing for the, he's not even interested in fighting these units during the day. He knows that on the long term, he does need lots of augurs to make his attacks really potent. Oh, he's actually going for it. I am quite surprised, to be honest. He had full hits, so that might entice him to keep going. But he's not going to get more out of this than 1 kill on a spearman and a lot of damage on his clashes. Actually, the clasher that goes here will be incredibly exposed to the other spearmen. So basically the clasher that goes here will be attacked. Okay. Why is he? Oh, never mind. It's day already. It's day. So I'm also dealing a lot of damage. He's also dealing a lot of damage. I'm on 50%. He will be on 30%. Normally, I should hit him much more than he is hitting me. But that remains to be seen. This is an intelligent, quick spearman. So probably if I'm going to lose a spearman, it might as well be this one, right? He can also choose to be conservative and simply form a line here of clashes. Bring his leader as well. And that's it. Now, even if I do lose the spearman, retreating with everything else would not be that bad, if I'm completely honest with you. Simply because it would be 1 fighter for 1 spearman, as long as the experience doesn't end in this auger, which this auger would be very close to leveling up. So if the experience ends up in a, let's say, in one of these clashes, right? Then I would be fine. I'm sure he won't go for the spearman. I'm sure he won't go for the spearman. He definitely needs 2 clashes to attack. I mean, it's unreasonable to assume that one of the clashes would hit 3 out of 4 versus 50%. He must assume that he would hit 2 out of 4. And my spearman will hit 2 out of 4 back. So I personally, if I was Drake, I would do it. I would use this resilient intelligent clasher to attack my spearman first. The problem with doing that is that because this clasher is not strong, this clasher will definitely not kill the spearman, and this clasher will get a lot of damage in. Then he will need to attack with this clasher from this position. And the problem is, if this clasher doesn't hit first, I mean, doesn't have one of his first hits in, then he's going to get so much retaliation damage from this spearman. It's just going to be insane. I'm not against exchanging clashes for spearmen. I like that. So if there is a skirmish here, and let's say I lose for 1 clasher, I lose 2 spearmen, again, with the mention that I don't level up some of his augers, then I would be absolutely fine with it. Is he actually going to go in? Because I have no problem just returning with a vengeance. I have absolutely no problem doing that. Now, okay, this one is quick, so he can run around and heal as he pleases. This one is intelligent resilience. So now I'm thinking a mage would just be such a waste of space. It really would. So I'm thinking, because he will be focused on attacking on this side, right? I mean, look, he even has his fire drake here. He's definitely going to attack me here with absolutely everything he has. I could just simply go for this clasher, for example, or even for this auger. If I'm completely honest with you, I should go for this auger. I mean, 8-3, that is insane. I will definitely lose the cavalryman. That is absolutely a given. So I will lose it. But with me attacking the, so here to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With me attacking the auger, it means he won't have enough units to defend at night. But then he would have the fire drake to basically annihilate 9-5. He will basically annihilate one of my units. It's not even funny. He will annihilate. So I think I should just take the positives out of our little encounter here, and I should simply move away. Or I could try to stay here, but the problem is, okay, let's see the strong one, 8-3. Either way, I would need more hits, so I'm not very enthusiastic about this. I mean, it's been going so well. I'm not keen on staying here. It's just, it feels that it would be an unnecessary risk. It's day, and I do have a bunch of spears. I could just simply exchange spears for. It's just that I'm just not feeling it. I should just heal up these units and live to fight another day. I feel that this should be the correct approach rather than forcing my way onto my opponent. Because if I do attack this auger and I miss, then I would expose another one of my units here, and then he would be able to use his leader. No matter what I have here, this unit will die to his leader. So from this perspective, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I know you wanted to see an absolutely brutal win, but it will not be the case, at least not today. So I am going to retreat. And if he does dare to come here, then I will make sure to make quick work of his units. On this side, again, no point in... See, there were more units here waiting to fight, hidden in the shadows. I kind of knew that. So as long as I can manage to have... I need a coordinated attack on both the left-hand side and right-hand side. If I'm pulling on the right-hand side, I need to pull off on the left-hand side as well. So there's no question about that. Yes, now in terms of my units, I do need to defend during the night. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 spearmen. 1, 2, 3. I'm keen on recruiting one more spear here, simply because the best defense is making a huge offense on this side. But I think I will instead recruit a bowman for diversity. Resilient, perfect. Now I intend to use this bowman as a defense against these augurs, right? Plus I intend to use this bowman as a means of attacking these clashes. I don't want to always exchange blows. I want to have at least one option to be able to make an attack with ranged without being hit back. Okay. So with this being said, I believe that I am quite happy with my strategy and my unit placement. And I will be looking forward to the next attack with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units on the right hand side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units on the left hand side, at least 7 units on the right hand side, and at least 7 units on the left hand side. So that should be hopefully the end of my opponent. Look at what's coming my way. That's not an army to be taken lightly, to be honest. I'm completely honest with you. However, the beauty is that he can't really attack on both sides. He will have to focus on only one side. And he will have to... I mean, he does have too many augurs, I feel. It would have been in order to get a bit more skirmishes. So... okay, that is a scary army, if I'm completely honest with you. That is a scary army. Now, I could just simply turn around and attack into this, to be honest. I mean, sure, he will deal a lot of damage with this clasher. He would. Probably not wise for me to attack into this. Although, if his leader... I'll see how far his leader is. If his leader is not too... I mean, if his leader went back to the keep trying to recruit, I have no problem attacking into this, to be honest. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 spearmen versus 2 clashes. However, it would be 40% versus 30%. So I might end up not dealing the damage that I need, and I might end up with all my spearmen being very low, and these augurs basically cleaning up, right? This might very well be the case, and I don't want to be in this situation, right? I'd rather retreat and live to fight another day. then I would need to deal with, let me actually see exactly what I'm dealing with. So the leader is here. That's good. However, these units have gone back. So because these units have gone back, okay, can I go back? I think that should be enough. 1, 2, 3. I can go back enough. Okay, Saurian skirmisher on this side. So this tells me it's time to go back in. And I'd absolutely need this fencer. That is paramount to my whole strategy. This fencer needs to come there and attack these villages. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units attacking again during the night on that side. This needs to go back. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Six, 7. Okay, that should be good enough, I feel. And this one is going to need, I believe, let's think about it. What am I going to need? Am I going to need bowmen for these clashes? Could be an answer. You know, kill the clashes, and then these bowmen can also, well, I'm not really sure whether bowmen would be the correct answer, or perhaps more fences to basically get behind the augurs and be able to hit them. Fences could be key to defending, but again, fences can hold their own versus skirmishers, but as long as I can get rid of the clashers, then I feel that, well, it's back and forth, right? You never know. So I would say one more bowman could definitely be useful. Just wait a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just finish my turn, and then I will be pausing, and we can talk after I'm pausing. 2 minutes from my turn, simply 2 minutes left. So I could, yes, this is a good retreat on this side. This is a decent counterplay, and I would ask my opponent now, could we please save? Was a good hour playing versus halder. So, and I don't think I forgot any units here, and we can now fight. And we are back after that interruption, and it seems it is now Red's turn. So let us see how halder decides to play. Okay, so if I recall correctly, I had 1 kill here. Then I healed up all my units, and now I am on a crusade, 6 versus 2, hoping to basically encourage him to start recruiting on this side. Also, there seems to be a lot of units coming my way on the left hand side, so that is going to be interesting in itself. My plan is to basically put bowmen first on these villages. Resilient, strong, that's what I like to see. Resilient, intelligent, that's not too bad either. So I'll be putting bowmen on these villages so that they can actually retaliate to these augurs. Now, these augurs are going to have pretty soon the advantage of night, so that is going to be incredibly interesting to watch. They are probably going to form a line here, and they are going to be hitting a particular spearman, and they are going to try and obviously kill the spearmen so that they can grab the village. Now, I'm obviously going to try to prevent that. Not really sure how, but main idea is I will be bringing the bowmen here, another bowman here. So if they do want to go for the village, then so be it. But I want them to take a lot of retaliation damage in. However, there is a problem with this plan. The problem is that they might actually kill the archer. So let me see here. They will deal 6 times 3. So that would be 18 plus 18 plus 18 again. That would be 54. And my bowman only has 38 hit points. So most definitely they will be able to kill the bowman if I simply let him on the village by himself. So they would basically 54. Well, definitely. I mean, they only need to miss. I mean, they would need to miss 3 times. That's not unheard of. So that's not unheard of, missing 3 times from 9 hits. That would be actually expected. But if they do get the bowman, then they will also get the village with it. So they will be absolutely fine. Not really sure here what he's trying to do. Again, I'm just trying to be pesky. I'm just trying to be able to see exactly his unit distribution. I'll be honest, this is a scary army. It would make a lot of sense for me to retreat and let him get the villages, and then for me to fight back after he gets the villages. The only problem with that being is that he might put, I mean, he will most definitely put the clashes on the villages. So yeah, that is going to be ugly. However, I am willing to take the risk. Why am I willing to take the risk? Simply because all these augurs, they are going to get a lot of retaliation damage from the archer. Right, so it's going to be 5-3. Sure, they are resilient. I believe they do have 20% pierce resistance. That's quite a lot. So that means they will get 4-3, so 12. However, look at their hit points: 27, 21, 22. So let's say it's not 12. Let's say it's 8. It's still a lot of damage, right? So from this perspective, I am keen on risking the bowman. So I need 1 miss per Saurian. So basically, if one of them goes 3 out of 3, that would be absolutely terrible. It's a big risk, but it is a risk I am willing to take. Might be worth, again, I want to see what he is doing here. Let me see. Okay, so that's not impressing me, to be honest. It's not impressing me at all, so I'm simply going to waltz in. And if this one moves, then I will be... Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'll be pushing here. There's nothing coming. So I would say... And there's really no point in staying here, right? I could perhaps go here, or perhaps go here. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that makes sense. This one makes sense. Now this one, again, doesn't really make sense to be right next to him. I guess if he goes on this forest, I'll be getting the village, or I'll be pushing the merman fighter forward. So I'm a bit more comfortable here with this one on 60%, right next to the village. So whatever happens here, I'm getting a village, right? So that is a given. So my knight incursion here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units versus 4, and I'm getting villages. So I will see here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am willing to take the risk. Why? Because, Well, let me see here. Can I actually do something more intelligent rather than waiting for him to kill me on these villages? I'm afraid not. I could try to kind of force him to go towards this side, right? I could definitely do that. Not sure what's coming this way. Okay, I'm doing it, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to wait and see what he has in store for me. I would need to basically do something of this sort. Can this one get? No, he can't get anything. This one can come here on 70%. It will be exposed, but not that exposed. It will not be that exposed, actually. Yeah, only one unit can attack him. This one can come on. I mean, this one can definitely be on. This one is strong intelligent. He could only be attacked from two sides there. So yeah, not really sure. Perhaps it would be more intelligent to, let me see here as well. I definitely need one. So I would say, let me think about it. I definitely need, okay, this one definitely needs to come here and defend. And at the same time, I probably should form a line in this way. Let me see. %. Okay, this needs a bit of planning, which I don't have time for. So I would just have to go with my instincts. My instincts tell me go here, then go here, go here, go here. So my instincts tell me. And basically I have the resilience strong here. And I will be getting... I'm not sure what would be the best in this situation. I'm thinking a mage or a fencer. Let's say a mage, because I will have to deal with lots of pesky Saurians on high defense terrain. So why not use a mage? I know it's night, but again, could just finish off this particular skirmisher, right? I'm basically trying to tell this skirmisher, look, if you do come in, and if you are going to do a lot of damage, sure, be that way. However, I do have a mage to finish you off after my red mage is going to make quick work of you. And also, if you are going to be all in on this side, and remember, because I placed my units in this way, he only has 3 slots here, right? Okay, he went for this Merman fighter, who has 4 experience now. So, yeah. Okay, that is interesting, I must admit. He attacked the cavalryman, so basically he exposed his village. Nice misses there. He was going probably for 3 out of 4, but that was risky. Now I have great coverage on this skirmisher. Could even attack him with the, I mean, definitely all these units. I mean, this one will definitely go for the 60% here. And that is one dead skirmisher if I've ever seen one. Could even surround this Drake fighter. I mean, I'm sure the fire Drake will get involved, but that's not a problem. He's more than welcome. I'll be getting villages and I'll be able to recruit units and fight off these units here. I'm fighting versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, remains to be seen how he plays it, how he chooses to play it 39 and 38. If he's going to attack, he has to go for this one, I would say. But then he would basically have to deal with units all over the place. So we'll be really interested to see what he places where. He could also just go for 60%. That is also a very nice Leo. I mean, it's Leo if he doesn't kill, right? But if he kills, then it's fine. He missed once. Let's see here. So if it does get this kill, if it does get the resilient strong one, that is, he needs to miss once. He needs to miss once also here. He must not get 3 out of 3. So he must not get 3 out of 3. Perfect. Absolutely excellent. So now we are fine. And now these are all exposed. There is no way. So he's lost the game. Basically right here, right now, I have a feeling that this is indeed the case. Simply because I can put my red mage on this mountain. There's no way this skirmisher is coming on 60% here. No way. I can tell you right now. Because my leader can simply just stay where it is, absolutely destroy the skirmisher, and then this mage will, okay, he's going for it. This might seem like intelligent. And I can see the motivation behind it. It's definitely an intelligent attack in the sense that he is using the ranged units on the spearmen and he's using the melee units on the bowmen. The problem is that the bowmen is the one that, only the bowmen are the ones that matter, right? Because they are on 60%. And because they are on villages. So these attacks, they are going versus 60%, right? So as you can see, the bowman was quite well in defending these attacks. He even dealt some retaliatory damage as well. Now, these, let's say, had they gotten the kill, they wouldn't have gotten a village out of it. Sure, they were quite effective in dealing with the spearmen. By the way, let's see my luck level. So I did inflict quite a lot retaliatory damage. But in terms of taken, it's -2%, so quite fair, I would say. That's not a good attack. 40% versus 40% versus a cav, that's not a good attack, I can tell you right now. Okay, perfect. So all my strategic locations survived. So now I need to be careful how I play this. So I would say, oh, this one could also hit this way. So I'm not really sure how to best deal with this. I think, of course, my leader needs to go on 60% just in case. Okay, that was an important kill. As long as I can kill the magic damage dealers, I will be fine. So I'm thinking here 6-2. That's not good. That's not good at all. But because I went with this strategy, I kind of have to right now to kill the magic damage dealers. So I would say this spearman needs to go behind enemy lines and just deal damage. Okay, that was not too bad. Not too good either. So based on my strategy, if I give some experience to this one, is fine. But I need to kill him, right? So that was absolutely fine. This one ended up surviving. And now I basically need... Perfect. So if I do use the strong intelligent one, 5-3, I feel that I shouldn't be wasting strong intelligent here. So I could be using this one. Oh, come on, hit once. Okay. Not that good, I have to admit. So now I would basically have to risk this archer, and risk I did. Unfortunately, I will have to bring the mage on this village. It's 60%, but still, it's a mage which is exposed. And now I do need to, again, try and prioritize this augur. Unfortunately, I can't be dealing with this yet. So I would need to prioritize this augur. And I would say the best way to do that would be put this on 60% and deal with the augur. Perfect. Then bring this cavalryman, which is the best way to deal with the augur in the first place. Oh, come on. And now, unfortunately, I would need to deal with this one. Make sure I get him as well. So, great. So all the augurs are dead now. So this means that the 60% of my red mage makes a lot of sense. right now. So the 60% of my red mage is actually doing something. Also, this 60% is doing something as well. And yeah, we are happy on this side. This 60% of this mage is doing some, although it's a very vulnerable unit. The 60% of this fencer is also contributing to the defense, right? He's right in the middle of things. Now I do need to, again, this skirmisher is the most important target here. It's important to get him really low, simply because they can get to my leader, and that's how I could lose this game, by these skirmishers ambushing my leader. I'm not too particularly bothered. I mean, he can still kill my leader. I mean, it's 5-4, 20, plus 6-4. That's quite a lot. This one doesn't get the benefit of 60% defense, right? So he can still kill my leader, simply because my leader got hit a lot. And he might just go for the leader kill, and the game might just end right here, right now. However, there's a chance that my leader hits 2 out of 2 versus this skirmisher. And then he is in a world of hurt. And this here, oh, I have to still move here. Okay, I don't have that much time, so I'm just going to use my instincts one more time. That is absolutely ridiculous. Strong, quick. I'm going to go for that as well. Okay, at least that one can hit. Now, in terms of villages, this one should grab the village. Then this one should grab the village as well, or perhaps deal damage. Deal damage, why not? This one should grab the village, and this one should stay and watch as his teammates get decimated by the Drake. So 26. Well, at least this merman fighter is somewhat protected. It's not good. It's not good at all. I didn't have time here. I should have gotten the village on 70%. I didn't have time for it. So now he's going for the leader kill, ladies and gentlemen. It's really important that he misses. He needs 3 out of 4 now versus 60%. Will he get them? Will he get these kills? I can't hide anywhere. My only option here is to basically fight these skirmishers. That's my only option. And my leader might die in the process. So, oof. He hit me a lot there. He hit me a lot. Taken plus 40%, as you can see. At least 50% here can defend. Is he going to go for the leader kill? Is he not? He's going for the Cav. Cav survives, thank God. Now he needs to use one more unit or go for the leader. What will he do? Killed 5 units. Oh no! Oh no! Unbelievable. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. I will say GG, but you won't see it. So yes. I would say I played well. That was, I would say, a natural risk. I don't believe I played risky. I mean, sure, I got hit a bit too much about the this one and this one. So it is, yeah, what can you do? If he would have missed this, I mean, it was 60% at the end of the day, right? So if you think about it, I got plus 33% missing. But had he missed this, had he not gotten the kill, this one was absolutely dead. And I'm sure with my leader and with some attacks, I could have killed this one as well. And these units would have been dead. I mean, look, he had absolutely nothing coming towards me. Here, he was also in a world of hurt. So well played, halder. Extremely spectacular game. This is what you should do when you are getting, you know, the unfavorable race, the unfavorable faction. Then sure, take risks, and that's one way to do it. Make an attack at night and go for his leader with these skirmishes. That's, I think, the only advantage that that Drake has versus Loyalist. He can basically root an army of augurs and skirmishers, and he can go for the leader kill if things become a bit dicey. Ways I could have prevented this, I guess I could have plugged the hole here. But to be honest, leader on 60%, you should have survived 2 skirmishes. But what can you do? I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, liked it, and I shall see you next time.